Removing chicken. 3, 2, 1. I haven't even picked it up. 3, 2, 1. I'm over here slapping myself. All right. I don't know.
Say that.
I can't say that. But I did. Flip it, reverse it. Whatever. And we're back with another recipe because this time it's something that I just did during lockdown and, during the pandemic. And it's not really a recipe. I don't measure anything out. It's just something I did by eye and I enjoyed it. I'm going to share it with you. So when you think of like what this recipe could be, make it your own. Super simple. So I just put some Italian breadcrumbs in a salad bowl. I'm going to add some grated Parmesan cheese in here. And I'm using this kind of blend. And I'm not measuring anything. I'm just kind of I eyeballed everything, which is unfortunate because you're probably gonna want an exact recipe and that's just not gonna work. And all I do is I mix in what I think are the right proportions for each. Do some Parmesan cheese. Then I also do some smoked paprika because I want to give it a little color. I was trying to do like a healthy cordon bleu, and that's where this recipe came from. But I must admit that I just baked it and I didn't fry anything and I didn't make a sauce for it. So I call it my healthy version of a cordon bleu, but it doesn't have ham. I use bacon, so it's kind of close. And I use mozzarella cheese on the inside. So it's not as decadent probably as a cordon bleu would be, but all I do is make sure my breadcrumbs everything's incorporated well. I have smoked paprika, Parmesan cheese, Italian breadcrumbs. I think I did one version with half Italian bread and breadcrumbs and half panko. This time I'm just using Italian breadcrumbs. All I'm gonna do, take my chicken breast and put it in this Ziploc bag like so. You can use cling wrap, just put it on two sides. I like to do this because it keeps it more contained and just seems like an easier option. I try to get it in the center so that way when I'm beating it, flattening it, it spreads out evenly. So that's all you do. You get your meat mallet. There's two sides. This is for tenderizing and this is just for flattening. I'm using the flattening side because I don't want to go right through the plastic bag. That being said, it's time for Pound Town. There's no easy way to say it. So I'm gonna have some wine.
You already have.
And I'm gonna pound this meat. So the idea is to get it all the same thickness. And I want it thin enough to where I can roll it. So I'm flattening it out into like this kind of large patty, and I just want to be able to roll it out. So I want it thin. There we go. Looks thin enough. And then what I will do is get a smaller knife. I'm just gonna trim up the edges around the sides there. Make it look nice. And I have 4 chicken breasts to do this way. And that's why I use a salad bowl, because it is a little bit bigger. It can handle these types of flattened out patties. So when I try, if it's not forming into the circle, then I will go ahead and trim it off. But it looks like this one will form well. It'll roll well. So I'm okay with that. Now, what I'm gonna do before I put it in my bread mixture, I have mozzarella cheese. It is low moisture, part skim. And I'm gonna put mozzarella cheese on the inside. Just sprinkle it around. I'm not seasoning the chicken at all because there's lots of seasoning in the Italian breadcrumbs, and I'm putting bacon on the inside, so it's gonna give it some salt. Some people like to use pepper, salt, garlic to taste. That's perfectly fine. I try to cut down on the sodium because my ticker. And that's why I'm putting bacon in it, because my ticker. One of these days I'm gonna get my wife here and she's gonna be on camera. One of these days, it's gonna happen. So that's it. I put mozzarella cheese, I put bacon, and then just a little more mozzarella cheese. It's chicken pizza. Chicken bacon pizza is what it looks like right now. Also, I do have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. I need some toothpicks. Because I'm going to be rolling this up. And usually with cordon bleu, you roll it up in, I believe, you roll it up in the cling wrap, the plastic cling wrap, and it forms into a thing and all sorts of stuff. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm rolling it up in this, and I'm gonna use toothpicks to hold it together. I'll spray the outside, so let's just do it. I'm just gonna roll. Hopefully you can see all of this. Roll it up like so. There we go. Just put it up top like that. I'm gonna get a toothpick. And I don't know, you can use a toothpick, or you can use butcher's twine. I've used butcher's twine before and it worked out well. All I'm doing is just putting it so that it holds like that. And let me wash my hands. I'm just gonna lightly spray this with olive oil. And I'm gonna gently, ooh, that's coming out. Roll it back this way. Try to use just one hand to do this so I can grab my olive oil without contaminating my clean hand. And I'm gonna put this in the breadcrumbs, like so. Gently roll. And I wish I had a spoon. They're all in the dishwasher, so I'm using the golden spoon. It makes this a fantastic recipe. And just gonna spoon some breadcrumbs up on top and around. Just pat it on there. And the reason I like using the smoked paprika is because it gives it color because I'm not frying it, and I want it to have kind of that fried look. So I'm gonna gently pick this up, shake off any excess. I'm gonna put it on a baking sheet, and it's lined with a silicone, I don't know what they're called, silicone mat, I guess. Just gonna get that on there. There's some excess stuff. And then the last thing I do is I just spray the top of it here with a little bit of olive oil to help crisp it up when it's in the oven. So there you go. That's one down. I have 3 more to go. So I'm gonna finish up those 3 and then I will be back. Oh yes, I shall return. I have all of my chicken prepped. I have put them toothpick side down, so the seam is on the down. I have my oven preheated, 350 degrees. I'm going to bake this 15 minutes on one side, check it, flip it, then 10 minutes on the other side. And that's it. Oh, I should probably set a timer. In the interim, have a glass of wine or 2. No, just 1. This isn't gonna take too long. 15 minutes, and then we're going to flip it. It's time to get the chicken out and flip it. Hopefully you can see this, but I will bring it up for a closer view. Let me put my other glove on so I can show you what this side looks like before I flip it. All right, so here you go. This is what it's looking like right now. I can see the chicken is mostly white and baked on the outside, but I'm gonna go ahead and carefully flip this. All right. I'm gonna bake it on the underside for 10 minutes. Then I'll flip it to the broiler and toast it for a few minutes. Timer. So there you have it. I just flipped the chicken. What do you think about that? The timer's gone off. It's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna take the chicken out. And while I take it out, I'm going to turn the broiler on high. Get this going. And I'm gonna flip these back the other way. Because now, I want the top sides, now that it's fully cooked, I want the top sides to get all nice and browned. I'm gonna do a little thing here. Ooh, the cheese is starting to ooze out, which is nice. There we go. So I put Parmesan cheese in the breadcrumbs and everything, so it's getting baked in. I'm gonna top it with a little bit more Parmesan cheese. Give it a nice little crust here on the broiler. It doesn't have to be a lot, it's just enough to brown the cheese. Ooh. Oh, it's getting everywhere. Boom. I'm going to bring this up close so you can see it. Everyone wants to see it. All right, here is what it looks like before I put it in the broiler. Into the broiler it goes. Now I'm just gonna keep a close eye on it because this really only takes a minute or two, if that. It is done. I'm gonna pull this out. All I wanted to do was toast the top with the Parmesan cheese to light golden brown, which I have done, as you can see. I'm just gonna let that rest there for a minute while I prepare the rest of dinner for my lady. All I'm going to do is top it off with a little bit of parsley. For our garnish, it's done. Next, that's it, really. It's pretty awesome. I think what I'll do, for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and take one. And don't forget you have toothpicks in these, so always take it out. Pull your toothpick out. And go ahead and cut it open so you can see the inside. And there you have it. All the melted cheese and ooey gooey stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick bite. This is simply for posterity's sake. The chicken still is nice and juicy. Cheese is melted nicely. The bacon is all in there. That, my friends, is delicious. Make it your own, do it however you want to do it, but that, you gotta try that. Until next time, please like and subscribe. My wife has stopped typing because she's wanting to hear what I'm going to say next. Here you go. Until next time, like and subscribe for more recipes, I guess. That's what we do.